Benton fans, now the Dullahan in the more different shape and no roasted maple. So, that's the Dullahan that's more expensive. $499. It's called the Dullahan FT 24 roasted. It's got a roasted maple neck and fretboard, and there will be a little comparison video. They're very, very similar. But I didn't want to do a full video of both of them. That's going to be an hour and a half, and who has got the time? Nobody. So, individual videos for both. This is the Dullahan AT. Well, they're the same guitar, except that the AT has an actual carved top. This is slightly carved, but it has a little bit of an edge in it. This is an actual carve. It's not a majorly thick carved top, but it clearly has a dome. And now, of course, this is high gloss, which is more expensive to do, I think. So this has a AAA maple, flame maple veneer. It's a tiny thin piece of wood, but that's fine because it looks pretty. And it's purple, and I like that. And of course, with a black burst, which is done nicely on this one. So we have a carve, we have a veneer instead of the flat, and satin. And the biggest difference is, of course, just a maple neck right there with a, we don't know what fretboard. Ebony fretboard. Let's read. Poloid offset dot inlays, modern C neck, 648mm that length, 350mm radius, 42mm up here. It is a Graphtec Tusk XL, 24 stainless steel frets. We have Roswell pickups, the same that were in the original Dullahan. This is Dullahan II. Master volume, master tone, 5-way switch. It's got the Apollo monorail bridge, black hardware, comes in 10s. Color is the flame purple black burst, and comes in a gig bag. It's not the best gig bag in the world, but it comes in a gig bag. So Schecter and Ibanez and all these other brands that don't ship guitars in gig bags, suck on that. Or make it as good as them and maybe give us a gig bag for the guitar we buy, people. So, Dullahan 1 had the issue of these tuners sometimes touching each other. And since they're kind of riffly, they kind of work like a gear. So you turn one and that actually detunes the other. So let's take a look at these. So if you install them individually and you don't install them perfectly, then the parallelogram isn't perfect. Now, you can't ask people in Indonesia to work on that level of precision. So what Apollo, the company, it is the Apollo Bridge from some kind of parts company. The company's called, wait a second. Music Parts, Apollo Music Parts, that's what it's called. Sorry, Remco, this guy who makes it. What they did is, with version 2, they actually place it on a piece of metal, if you can see that right there. So it's now placed on a about 2mm, 3mm piece of metal, maybe sometimes 4, with little grooves that these things sit in, the individual ones. And that means they're perfectly in line. So you just install the piece of metal, place them in there, and that's a great solution. However, it adds height to the bridge, and it adds a different sound. Now, if these were individually screwed to the body, you have a direct string through body connection. Now you have string through individual rider through metal, which then is connected to the other strings. It has to affect the tone. And it does, but it affects it positively. Because the Dullahans Series 1 were dull. They were very round, but no definition. And not really nice and round for leads, but not precise enough for rhythm work. But for leads, the action wasn't great. So I didn't know what to really think of it. The pickups are the same now. The bridge, I really think, has added clarity and precision in the tone. Maple neck, ebony fretboard, all roasted maple, and the nicely carved, more kind of porn look for the guitar. Let's run it through its paces in terms of sounds. We're gonna run into the Deluxe Reverb by Fender for some cleans. And we're gonna start on the neck pickup. Very modern, bright sounds. Be prepared. First in between position. A little bit much top end. I got some string bass right here, which means I can't take the action down any lower, really. And it isn't perfect. For a shreddy guitar, I would like this to be a little bit lower. It's better than that one, but that's where the action is right now. Okay. Get some other sound in the middle. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm playing, but I'm having fun. I gotta say, which is kind of cool, I bitched about, oh actually I didn't, the luthier that checked out the first Dullahans for me, Yoshi Luck, said he had to build his own tool in order to change the height on the strings, which is done on these individual string saddle riders, those gold things right there. And you can see there's a little V from each side going to the string. And it's difficult to actually adjust that, so you kind of need a special screwdriver. Now, Harley Benton makes that screwdriver now, or Apollo, and it comes with each bridge. So yeah, you have the special tool to adjust the height of those riders. Very nicely done, just make sure you don't lose that. It also comes with a little stick for the truss rod wheel adjustment and a whole bunch of little wrenchies for your heart's desire if you are a wrenchohologist. If you're a rancher, you need those. In between position, back. That's the one that you need some compressor for and some effects. I don't know how to play that. I mean, I did know, but I don't know anymore. practice is 4 here and 3 here, and that's... difficult, but cool. I like that sound a lot. That's a little bit, it's got something not so nice in it. Noodling all over the place. Well, I'm trying to find out what the playability is like, and this is better than this one. It's not amazing, but it is better. Also with the fuzz, maybe not. Let's move on to some other things. Gremlin Tone King. Again, not an amp you would play with this guitar, but we're doing it anyway. 5-watt little thing. There's some serious compression happening with this pickup, and then some high-mid fizzle that I don't really like. And not with cleans and overdriven sound. And so on. Now we move on to the Achillies ARGOS, a JTM kind of boutique amp. There's this high frequency bite again, which I think is the bridge. Not the bridge, the bridge. Moving on into the Revv Generator 740, the green thing on the crunch channel. We're going into the Revv Generator 100. That works rather nicely, and then we're going to go into the ENGL Fireball 25. The Friedman Smallbox, which you can't see. Oh, it's over there. Friedman Smallbox. So tuning isn't as much fun as with normal tuners. Easier, but then in between you have to... But it does work, and it is rather stable. Now, what do I think? I think the Dullahan has made a step in the right direction. The dullness is gone. Some undesirable high midziness and some scratchiness in the pickups is still there, going kind of in the opposite direction, but much better sounds than before. Playability has been improved. It isn't perfect on both of them. They both should be super nice, ultra comfortable to play shred machines. And it feels a little bit like a fight, a tiny little bit like a fight, much less than before. Before, Dullahan version 1, you were kind of happy to pick up a different guitar because you were really fighting with them. That's not the case. These are headless guitars with good parts under 500 euro. If you're interested in headless guitars, but you don't have a grand for an Ibanez Quest or 2,000 for, I don't even know what's there, something else. Or like, you know, then an Ormsby or Kiesel or Mayonnaise in the 3,000 euro range. In this price range, this is what you get. And it isn't perfection, but it is a step in the right direction. Don't expect this to be the ultra mega smooth shred machine. Tonally, I gotta say, tonally better than before, but you spend $100 less and you get a Harley Benton that's gonna kill this one. You get like the SE550 with the EMGs for $349. That's ridiculous. The SE550 Plus is a guitar as good as it gets, in my opinion, for less than this. This does not sound as good as an SE550 Plus, but it's tough to find a guitar under $1,000 that does sound as good as an SE550 Plus. Maybe like the PRS SEs. They're great guitars for the money. And trust me, I don't work with PRS, but it's true. So, yeah, I said everything I want to say. I'm getting paid for this video, believe it or not, but that's true. You get the truth here. These are probably I would say they're probably the best under €500 headless guitars you can get. I can easily say that without a problem. And this is what Harley Benton's going for. They will improve these, I think. And there's a little bit of work to be done, but they're getting there. And these already made a big step in the right direction. So, which one would you go for? I don't know. There's going to be a little video telling you the differences. Links below, please follow them. Please follow my Instagram, Facebook, and all the socials. That really helps me if you follow the link and buy anything at Thomann or Sweetwater, actually. Not these at Sweetwater, of course. That really helps me as well. So if you want to buy a pack of strings, click on this link, buy a pack of strings. It helps me. Thank you for doing that. And we're going to put some animals at the end.